Ukraine update. We got a good amount of news coming from the front line, so let's get into it. First off, Ukrainian attacks were reported here, and here. Russians were shelling the positions over here, and there was a Ukrainian artillery strike over here in the Russian positions. There's fighting reported here and here as the Russians there's geolocated footage of a Russian drone hitting this area over here. So a couple days ago we got word that Russia did a counterattack in Robotyne, and the goal was to push the Ukrainians out of these trench lines. I believe they did at the time, but since now there is new geolocated footage of Russian drones of today hitting those trench lines, most likely they're not hitting their own men. It could be two things: that they did not clear the full trench lines out, or Ukrainians recaptured it, or Russia never captured it, but I'm pretty sure they captured it. It's just like, it can be a seesaw sometimes with positions on the front lines. Again, Ukrainian attacks here. No matter the losses and no matter how many Ukrainian vehicles get destroyed on this road, Ukraine insists on moving their men and their vehicles on this road, even though a lot of the time the vehicles are blown to oblivion. Now, moving on to Kherson. First off, the Russians have been heavily bombing the Ukrainian side over the Dnieper River, and I'm talking about compared to what they were doing before. And this can most likely just mean one thing, and is that the Russian intelligence has picked up that there are Ukrainian forces gathering here, and also Russia has sent units and basically different type of military reinforcements here, which probably means they're expecting a Ukrainian attack. Now, is this attack valid? We honestly don't know, but it's something worth talking about. Well, over a week and a half ago, I was talking about the Russian reinvasion through Sumy and Kharkiv. So during the summer, which the videos were not released during the summer, however, these videos were released now. I am not going to show them. This is the picture of the Russian DRG unit. The videos are graphic. They're very violent. Like, I'm talking about like killing and stuff like that, and it's not blurred or anything, so I'm not going to show you guys the videos. However, they were doing a good amount of damage to the Ukrainians, shooting at like cars and stuff like that the Ukrainian military was using. However, they're all DLGs, or at least were Russian DLGs in the Sumy region, and some reported in the Kharkiv region as well, which means, because when DLGs come, they usually kind of like prepare a way for an invading force, and which means most likely the Russians will invade Sumy or Kharkiv Oblast. Now, moving on to the Kupiansk Oblast, I also talked about this, that the Kupiansk Oblast made the Russian offensive near Kupiansk. I know it's not Kupiansk Oblast, sorry, but the Kupiansk like sector. I also talked about how the Russian attack on Kupiansk may be false. I mean, it may be a distraction, and it legit could be, or it just could have been because the Russians knew their defenses. The Ukrainians had too much men over here, because Ukraine had to deploy 20,000 NATO-trained troops to the Kupiansk section, that front line there, to hold back Russian attacks. So it greatly diminished the power and effectiveness of the Ukrainian soldiers. Again, I still am up in the air about the Kupiansk offensive being fake, but not fake because it's obviously happening, but being a distraction for something bigger happening near Sumy, or being a distraction so Ukraine doesn't focus all their manpower on the Zaporozhye front. Now, moving to Rezhina, nothing really, again, drone, artilleries, attacks, but the Ukrainians did launch several attacks here, and according to the Russians, Ukrainians did enter Novodonetsk. We have received no video footage confirmation. However, according, some maps have changed it to some of Novodonetsk being a gray zone. Hopefully, we'll receive some news about that in the coming days. So again, attacks here, but nothing really major. Again, shelling and drone strikes all over the front line. Not going to show you them because the violence that takes place in them. Anyway, the Ukrainians did publish a drone attack over here, which around here, and you literally saw Russian soldiers getting destroyed by the drone, so I'm not going to show you that. However, that does mean this part of Klashivka that this map says is under Ukrainian control could actually be under Russian control because the drone was very close to the gray line, and if there was that many Russian soldiers around the gray line, most likely that's not a gray line, and it is actually still held by Russian forces. Again, no video or photo confirmation of any like ground combat as of yet in Klashivka and Rivka. As you know, the Russians are facing a serious problem here, and the problem is there's a water thing. This can be a blessing and a curse, blocking the Russians from making a quick withdrawal. However, if the Ukrainians take Andrivka, this will be a blessing for the Russians, because this water thing will stop the Ukrainians from just making a quick attack, and the Ukrainians are going to have their work cut out for them trying to advance after Andrivka because of this water thing, at least from here, because it seems to kind of get thinner over here, but still water is not the best thing to be trying to cross. So that's basically everything from the front lines. Yeah, that's basically everything that has happened today. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought of this video. Again, YouTube, I do not condone any violence or war of any kind. I'm simply reporting on what's happening. Thank you guys, and bye.